Well, greetings, hello, and welcome back to another episode of our live stream series. I'm not really sure what to call this yet, but it's a fun one. It's cool making these live, but we are definitely getting deep into this series one way or the other. Well, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Lots to do, and we have indeed added a few new mods since our live is getting out of control. The floodgates have opened. It just takes 2 seconds, really. And I joke that it's like shopping with a, carte blanche. But your credit card will tell you when it's full in the way of RAM. Your credit card is your RAM. But yeah, I don't know. I like this city. It's good. We got some new stuff. We got some new buildings. A few new quality of life mods, even. I just like staring at this, though, eh? All right, well, if all goes to plan, we should be working a bit more on the downtown. It's extremely spread out. This is going to be a massively huge city. I am kind of shooketh by that. And then I think we got to fix our little island of luxury and leisure and tourism, whatever you want to call it. And then I do want to try to get this working. We had a theory that some of our crime is a problem with this not connecting properly. Properly. Maybe, it could be. And then I still, I'm a little bit behind on it, but I want to just throw in some just generic farms on the outskirts to kind of make it seem like the, region feels a bit more like North American. So I'm just going to pull the trigger and buy a bunch of tiles right now. Grab these ones too. And let's just, let's jump in on the outskirts. We'll start with that. That way we can get some farms in. Got to connect the rail yard. Oh, this is the subway yard. Oh, goodness, that's right, eh? Oh, my heaven. Maybe I'll buy these ones, too. No, not quite, eh? If we go for broke, we can buy it all, and then we'll slowly accumulate the money back in. So I think this is kind of a crazy thought, but just to get the ball rolling, Our cute little makeshift hill. I like it. All right. Officially jumping in. But yeah, I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to maybe try to do like a little bit of a contoured road around the mountain profile here, but I think we should have like fundamentally grids, especially for the farm stuff. And then, yeah, I got some decals. Oh, golly. Here I am looking to make, like, super straight gridded roads. Oh, my heaven to Betsy. That may not be what I'm looking for. Yeah, I don't think so, eh? Romy! Hello there. Romy, welcome in. How's the day treating you? And we need my favorite thing, which should be a vanilla default, the constant slope. I always seem to notice that is disabled when I make one wavy davy road. Drogan, good afternoon to you. Welcome in, dude. Okay, how can I pull this off? What's the scale of the decals we're working with here? Well, actually, I don't really know where they are, to be honest with you. Huh. I just downloaded a bunch of, like, decals and, like, fields. Oh, here they are. Yes. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's cool, actually. Yeah. Huh. What is the plan with Arma? Oh, I can message you later for the server and stuff, but Skylines now. Crossing worlds here. But I will be going live on Twitch after. We're going to be jumping into one of the public servers. Okay. And then I was going to do a little bit of retro rewind just to kind of get the day started, and then I would switch on over. So a little bit of generic industrial to help kind of fill in the waterfront. These are also custom assets. Yeah, if you want to send me like a DM right now, let's get to the top of my list. I'll just message you the server info after. Because it'd be interesting to try to do a small little functional field, and then you have, like, the big field next to it. I'm curious here. Kind of like a mixed farm. And then the decals can kind of, like, fill in the rest, right? Yeah. Done. Thank you, sir. Also, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. I'm looking forward to some Arma. I'm gonna be pretty bad. I haven't played in a minute. All right, so agricultural fields. How does that look? So just drawing basically like a surface over top, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. That's fairly straightforward and kind of what I'm after. But then no function out of this, which is A-okay. And then function out of that, so we get, like, best of both worlds, it feels like. And then we have some fences. Drogan, good luck. Fence. Romy, I read that is also editing, that you're eating. I was like, you're editing? Romy, you're making videos now? No way. No, I'm not. Okay, so farm fence. Is that a thing? Pipster, hello, welcome in. No napping unless you find the voice to be very soothing, and then perhaps, but my goal is not to lull you to sleep here, believe it or not. Do we have like a wooden fence? Ah, here we are. And then I don't have the prop line tool. Oh, fiddles. So the game has its own prop line tool now, but it's not great. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're close, but it's not quite. You know what I mean? Is that Captain Pino? What's going on, dude? Welcome in. Oh, that's the fence. Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand. Charming. Okay, we'll just do our best then. We'll just do our best. That's all you can ask for. Romy posted a picture for our viewing engagement. Let's go. Spawn of Link. Yo, what's going on? First time watching live. Welcome in. I try not to get too distracted by chat. I'm very happy to have you guys here. So just forgive me if I'm a little bit slow to answer, but we're just kind of like live making a series. I find the live content to be pretty easy and fun to break into. And I'm just going for like kind of squared off parcels of land that haven't been converted yet. So we should have some more farms, and I feel like this is kind of plain Jane, but more or less what I'm looking for, though. Got some Subway for lunch, man. $5 footlong. Explaining that to people now, like, just feels like another lifetime, right? Oh, my heaven. No, that's not working. Dave, welcome in. Hello. No, they appear... It's such a weird one. Spawn, I have to make a like a new tab for that, but they appear under like the live tab instead of the video tab. But I really wish they would like port over to videos. The YouTube live streaming experience isn't terrible, and it's getting so much better compared to how it used to be, but I'm kind of a newbie at it, and I find it to be like a little bit like, you know? I'm just so used to making live format that it's just very easy for me. I'm like a little bit like writer's block intimidated for some of the pre-recorded content, which is kind of silly. I'd like to get rid of that field. I forgot to do that before I put that in place. You're a mess. Oh my goodness. All right, one more time here, one more time. Is that hurting the view counts? Yeah, I mean, sort of. But, like, any content is better than no content after, like, our massive drought. I just don't think the average person knows that we're making content again. So I'm really happy you guys have found us, which is kind of nifty. I don't really know how YouTube, like, promotes that stuff, but I do want to have, like, a bit of content ready for people to come back to. And we're starting strong with Skylines, but our goal is to start adding some, like, variety. But variety that would make sense for, like, what we normally play. My graveyard? How dare you? You're not wrong, but also, how dare you? But we've had quite a few thousand people check out like the first installment of our VOD series, so something seems to be doing all right. Yeah, the Cities 1 content, like, I am so nostalgic for how much fun that was. It was a golden era of just, like, content creation. I don't think we all realized how much fun it was to have, like, a brand new, fresh city builder to play together. Yeah, I feel like my farms are still kind of lacking, eh? How do we make these ones feel a bit more convincing? I don't think the fencing is a bad idea. I just don't think I can get it the way I want it to look for it to feel correct. But even if we just do, like, a little half attempt here, I'm going to give her a shot. Hipster, the famous iconic greetings. Hello and welcome. Yeah, I don't know. That's not terrible for a fence. They are different fence color posts because of obviously, but I've seen worse. My thought, though, like, imagine how excited you'd be if you come back and you find out there's, like, 10 or 11 of these you can just kind of watch at your leisure, right? And we're going to do this twice a week. We're going to probably add another day soon. And then I'm going to try for some pre-recorded content, but the goal would be to have, like, both platforms, Twitch and YouTube, just kind of making content together.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin.
Is that another tornado? Oh my god. What is that, number 78? And then we have some new games on the horizon that we're hopefully going to get some early access, or at least some content made for it. The Only Jedi's content, a little bit different, a little bit different. Okay, we need to have like a nice big fence line for those pesky deer that would come in here and eat free grain. And then, is this even possible on a curve? Oh, my brother. No, it is not. Oh, my days. I'm going to put some trees in here. Yeah, the built-in prop line tool, it's honestly better than nothing. I don't want to complain too much here. But I wish there was a bit more control. I like how the one from the workshop has like fence mode and that kind of stuff. But a little tree break. That's kind of cute. Maybe we'll leave that side open. And then I'm going to push one more street up this way. And then we can build some industry on that road. And then this can also stay as farming. I think there's a fence tool that works like the fields thing. Oh, really? It is a mod, though? I know there is prop line tool. Like the actual one from the workshop. That would be what I'm after. Are you talking like a mod or a vanilla item, though? Need a gas station out in the rurals? You got it, bud. Yang, welcome in. What's the plan for today's build? We're going to do a little bit of everything. We've been kind of like making circles through the city, it feels like, but I would like to add a bit more people living up here. Be cute to try doing like a little parquet or try to use this water body thing here for something. I think we should keep on pushing with the Port of Washington. Want to get a little bit more for the downtown. I wouldn't mind trying to get the island going. Get our tourists nice and happy. And then the prison should probably be connected. And then just a little bit more connectivity. I don't know. I feel like I'm all over the place, eh? There's so much. Like, I want to see how this will look in, like, 10 more streams. Like, I'm already starting to think, like, in that kind of long term. I just want to get there. But I don't want to make some mistake that's going to make me get all, like, ugh, you know? So it's a weird one. But it's slow and steady. We'll talk it through. We got some ideas here. Heavy infrastructure pieces. But I keep joking about it, but there usually is something that you can do. And then your city just gives you the ick. And all of a sudden, you're like, I don't like it anymore. And you can't really narrow it down. Was it the last thing you built? Maybe. Is it that weird street that you started off with that you're like, you know what? It won't bother me that that one's only 89. I don't know, I just find that, like, especially when I was younger, I would just start a city, be frustrated with it, redo it, and then just live in that, like, you know, first few minutes of the city starting feeling, and then chase that high forever. What else is new? Jedi's always spread out and distracted. Yeah, it's kind of a theme, eh? And if you remove the common denominator, it seems to always be me, eh? These like symptoms of a bigger problem here. TDX Mods just got a new stadium called Lincoln Financial. Oh, it's the Eagles. Oh my God, Eagles are such a polarizing team, eh? Name me another more polarizing team. What you're doing is just too much. I can't be, yeah, I don't know. Or too little, maybe, actually, Spawn. No, I think I just enjoy playing this game. I enjoy making roads the most, to be honest with you. Montreal Canadiens? No. Maybe. Fine, I should have worded that differently. Name me a more polarizing football, American football team. Yeah, the thought process, though, right? On the outskirts of your major cities, if you look on Google Maps, especially North American ones, it's just big, big, big country roads that are big square blocks. And within those square blocks are multiple farmers' fields that are normally themselves pretty squared off. So that's kind of what I'm going for here, to help tie in a little bit of the outskirts in the region. And then just to get a little bit of function out of them, we're actually putting down ones that would, like, also work. I'm limited just the livestock, yeah. You want another stadium for the downtown? Not out of the question. Country roads take me home? That's right. And then, yeah, the country roads get sold off. Housing plots go in. A little bit of infrastructure. Roads get upgraded. But there's that, sometimes that, like... Oh, this is a field, you goober. Oh, yeah, right. Whoops. Oh, yeah. I mean, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my days. But yeah, sometimes you'll see that, like, overlap when it's still feeling like a farm not quite turned over, or, like, directly across from this brand new housing development. It's just like a farm still. And I feel like with city skylines especially, it's kind of hard to transition from like right at the region to your city edge. Road gets updated and maintained where you live, you would hope, eh? Is that Airmail? Airmail, what's going on, dude? Airmail, I appreciate all your comments, eh? Airmail, when I was in Sharana, like, all you had to do was open up the 411 app, which was, like, you know, the city information app. You could snap a picture of a pothole and just upload it that way, and it would geotag it. And then by the end of the day, usually someone would just show up and fix it. Vancouver, I don't know. I don't think they're as good, but Vancouver is just not as bad for the road condition. Winter's not as, like, hectic out here, you know? Do we have, like, one random mansion out here? Like, some old estate. Ooh, I like that as a thought, eh? Oh, I love that. Ooh. Ooh. Yep. Okay. A multi-generational farm. I love that. And this also could be down here, too. Maybe next to these guys, eh? No, I'm still going to try to, like, go for what feels like our small town. Kind of expanding over here. This is very cute so far. I'm going to throw this little executive mansion. Put that right over here. Nice size for, like, the outskirts of town. Oh, taking a short lunch break and stopping by. Well, bon appetit, and I appreciate you, dude. I'm slow to respond to your comments, but I appreciate every one of them. And you got good insight, eh? Goes for anyone listening. I usually read them when I'm oot and about on the go. And I have this, like, you know, desire to instantly respond. That I'm like, no, finish what you're doing. Stop getting distracted by reading comments. And then I never go back, you know? It's like, how dare you, Jedi? What do you mean out of question? What do you mean out of question, eh? Like, in regards to the stadium? Oh, just, like, we could download it and we could use it. Yeah, it's not out of the question. I feel like this also is cute for the outskirts, eh? Trying to blend from, like, small cutesy town to maybe, like, a small cutesy fishing town over here. Like, these were little hybrid little mini cities to help kind of support some of the starting industry. And then the city would have just, like, grown up and absorbed it. Yeah. So let's get, like, a little... I want to say, like, downtown, but, like, let's do a little something over here. Yeah, what up, dude? Never really played CS2. How much more complex the road networks? Oh, it's like, it's complex, but better. Like, it kind of feels like... Cities 2 feels like a very gentle, like, modded version of CS1. So it's a little bit better for quality of life, a little bit bigger for the maps, a little bit better for, like, options to build and do stuff with. It feels very much like a sequel to Cities 1. Definitely feels like we're in the same universe, but, like, the road building alone sold me. And you can just do stuff like this, right? Like, this is incredible. And then you have built into the game restrictions. And if you want a more complex version of all this, like, you know, you can't go straight, can't go left, add a traffic light. All this stuff can be, like, beefed up with the workshop, which is cool. And so the game had what felt like a little bit of a rocky start, because it felt like early access when, you know, the game company was like, oh, no, it's not early access. But it's always been just a little bit of, like, tip in the scales in favor of this. And for me, road building was, like, just what pushed me over. Otherwise, you got your demand, you got your building, you got development points, you unlock, you build. I like this game a lot. And the developer got swapped out by the publisher, so it's still Colossal... Or no, sorry, wow. It's still Paradox, but Colossal Order is no longer partnered with Paradox. And so it's a new developer, and so the content is starting to come out a bit more quickly now. And I believe the game is on sale too right now, which is cool. Jan, what up, dude? So my opinion, less comments on YouTube videos better. And with that, I'm going to log out and watch the stream. Oh, Spawn, I love you. Yeah, never feel pressure to talk. But if you have a thought, like, don't feel like you know, your voice will never get lost here. One way or the other, I will get to you, you know? I am but one man is all I'm trying to say. I do have this terrible tendency where I try to make, like, too many people at once happy. So I have these, like, giant sweeping questions of, like, oh, what would you like to see? But then I'm like, oh, God, why did you all suggest that, you know? Making content is kind of a tough one, you know? Like, I'm not, in air quotes, an expert enough to kind of, like, confidently just be like, this is how it is. But it's fun to discover. And it's fun to, like, work together on these projects and to come into, like, common ground. And then, like, the sharing of that idea, I like that, too. And where you live will be, you know, a different, you know, gameplay factor, right? Okay, we have to get this metro through. I might move this closer to the rails, just so it's not quite, like, chaotic in the small town. I just got mail that Transport Fever 2 is on sale for €8. Steal of a deal, dude. There's a steal at that price. Yeah, let's make the metro a little bit closer to the actual heavy rail. And oh man, that'd be so cool. In San Diego, California, they have a sharing of the tracks. So industrial heavy rail will use the train tracks, and then they have modified trams that will drive on train tracks. It's such a cool one, but they're like public transit. How's the big box coming along? Slow and steady. Haven't had anything new to it since our last endeavor. I'm going to buy it, but I'm scared of the rabbit hole. Oh, dude, literally the opposite. Shumway, I'm due for a, like a little playthrough of that. That could be on this side of the world. We do some streams for that. I find Transport Fever to be a bit of a slower burning game, whereas the pacing for this game is pretty good. What business management simulations have you played besides Retro Rewind? I did the... Oh, God. I've done, like, pretty much all the little generic-y ones, like run your gas station, run your little, like, corner store. I'm trying to remember the names of any of them, but... I'm more into, like, the transit management sims versus, like, supermarket sim, but... And I don't know if it got, like, new content recently, but I've had people suggest, gosh, what is it, like, Big Business Life or whatever? Has played Supermarket Sim. Yeah, that one was our milk meme. That was a really silly endeavor. All right, just so we're not doing this constantly, let me put down one more farm, and then let's switch to another part of the city and just keep momentum going. Pipster, also, the VODs, if we listen to a lot of, like, this is for Twitch, right? If we listen to a lot of, like, stuff that's gonna, you know, be a copyright issue, it'll automatically make your VODs, like, not listed. And I keep running into that, so I have to, like, go toggle that back again and then publish all the VODs I've forgotten about. Mr. Chase, what's going on, dude? Alright. Alright. And then, yeah, this being a bit more of a small town. Like, what's our goal over here, eh? I can't really afford much in the grand scheme, so I need to buy some big stuff for downtown. And we spent a tremendous amount of money buying the tiles to make this possible. But is there anything we can put down here that would make it... Oh, a little auto zone would be cute. And then just like one more parking lot behind it. No, that's not the right one. Yeah, if you are checking out Skylines to see if this game is, like, in air quotes, worth it, in my opinion, it's always been worth it. I've enjoyed this game since launch. I was just frustrated with it not having more content. But its current development cycle is insanely good. It's new content now every, like, 5 weeks or less. Like, it's so... It is the time. And there's enough mods now that you're like, oh, I wish I could do that. Oh, well, a mod can do that for you. Which is not necessarily the, you know, solution I was hoping for, but... Mods do make the world go round, and they make the gameplay very replayable. There you go. Dom, we've only had one tornado so far. Just one tornado so far. 78 total, I want to say, right? Probably. Oh, my heaven. Oh, my heaven. Okay, well, that's good. I just keep thinking this is going to take like 10 minutes, then we're going to zoom out and there's farms as far as, you know, the eye can see, but that's not half bad. That's not half bad. I definitely want to put some more in, but let's just keep on churning. Do you have any new signature buildings we can use? The dairy house was unlocked. That one could be in with these farms here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that fits well there. And then generic light industry. It's coming in as a what are they called? I almost said service building. A unique signature. Oh yeah, that's the word. I was like, what do you do with your hands? Yeah, sign stuff. This is kind of cool though, because it ties like the manufacturing in with the port a bit, and it's not a polluter. I could go there. I love business management simulations like Retro Rewind. Played most titles like Supermarket Sim. Yep, Supermarket Together. Haven't tried that. Haven't tried the Hypermarket one either. The hotel would be kind of fun. The cinema one, I think I actually got a key for that, eh? There's a golf course management sim thing as well coming out soon. Let me try that one more time. Let me unzone that first. Yeah, that's better. It's cool for the highway, too. And then, oh gosh, I remember we were having problems. Yeah, what was the secret to this, eh? I don't know if this is bugged, but this could be an issue. Because I've unlocked the ability to put an auxiliary port, if you guys remember from last week. But I can't snap it anywhere. It's telling me a road's required. Huh. Not the end of the world, but I wouldn't mind trying to connect that. Okay, let's not get too distracted here. You are correct. Just keep on moving. Yes, yes, yes. And then if we wanted to get the metro tracks, let's do that before this gets a little bit too boxed in. Maybe try placing a new road and then trying to place it. We did quite a few different things yesterday. Or I keep thinking yesterday as in like the last day we streamed this, but for the interest of science, we can try a few more things right now. So that's a 2-lane port road. It's a 1-way, which might be the meta. And we've got just the regular one here. And then the main port gate, that's no problem. So we see that's not an issue. That can be snapped anywhere. From our port, though, we've upgraded because we've shipped a bunch of goods through it. We have a small auxiliary port gate unlocked. And that just is saying road required. And I can't quite understand why. We can try when we unlock the next one, see if that's maybe it. Otherwise, like, everything else has been... Oh, road required. Interesting. Uh-oh. 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 I think I've broken this with mods. Oh, maybe. Oh, that's interesting, eh? That's not good. Huh. Upgrades. Cool. That's interesting, too. I didn't realize that was an option. Oh, interesting. I think there's a mod conflict. There's nothing I can really do right now, but oh no. So it just seems like the upgrade tools aren't working, but if I go to the actual piece themselves from this list, then we're okay. No. These don't have the, oh, sugar sticks. Oh, no, I don't know how I've broken this, but I effectively cannot put down anything new now. This is genuinely the fear of adding mods and making these kind of series and content. Oh, no. Okay. I may have to look into this when we're not live, but if anyone has any suggestions or comments or anything, like, you drop me a thought. Otherwise, uh-oh. At least it's looking good enough that we're like, well, but that is kind of a huh. That is a huh. Yeah, borked it, Vitarn. I did indeed, and I don't know how and why, but that just kind of is how it is, right? Oh my heaven. All right, well, on to brighter things, greener pastures. Who doesn't love a good metro line, right? Good segue. So if metro were maybe to enter into the equation, I could see it initially making like a big T shape. So we serve, like, you know, the length of the city and the height of the city. And then if we wanted it to be underground, no problem. They can pretty much go anywhere. If we wanted some of it to be above ground or, like, elevated over the road, like Chicago style, then, oh my heaven, we're going to have to think about this now. And I believe we have elevated, yes. Oh, yeah. See, this is cool. Damn, this is cool. Okay, so maybe running close to King Street. Or maybe the metro helps kind of like supplement King Street. A tornado counter. It'd be fun to actually have like that kind of data if we had like a stats team. Oh, that's, wow. That's like some awfully odd-looking metro tracks. That's a highway. Oh, is it? Yeah, so I don't know. Is this crazy talk? You guys in chat right now with me? If we did an elevated metro over top of King Street, is that good or bad? I don't know, eh? Especially with these... Oh, man. Actually, you know what? If those two want to line up... Friends, I don't know. That's kind of cool. I might be too close to the project, though, here. So you tell me if this is like... Ooh, I don't think so, Jedi. And then why is that a little bit crooked? Tram and metro doesn't make sense. A tram and metro are both, like, forms of light rail, but I would just see the metro in this equation as, like, going further, so helping kind of extend the range. That road is slightly crooked. Is that the MIT building? There is some custom content, so it's possible. And there also are some buildings from the workshop that are like a little bit copycat. Oh, that's what happened. That road is straight, the other one is not. Understood. I also don't know how to fix that when that happens. I swear, the amount of, like, surprises and happy accidents I have when streaming, you'd think this is, like, my first time streaming this game. Maybe like half the time I'm playing. All right, well, so Jan's voting for no overlap. But, like, my thought, though, right? So King Street stops here, but if you wanted to take King Street further up, in air quotes, that would kind of be, like, the way to do it, you know? Or we could run the Metro over top of the Diverging Diamonds, and then you walk one block. No, I just feel like to encourage you to use the actual tram. It'd be nifty to have that on top. I'm going to try a gentle approach to this, and if I don't like it, I'm going to remove it. But I think I'm going to keep this. So this is the terminus station. So let's have the Metro be right here. Yeah, so your tram stops here. You get off the Metro. You switch to your tram. And we'd have one more Metro stop along the way. And then the tram would help kind of extend the range of that. Yeah. And these are really challenging to, like, get to work. Because we have, like, the pillars underneath. We have the tram going through. I just don't want to bork with the stops is the problem here. All right. Let's see who's talking to who now. All right, so the tram stops are still working. Looks like the staircase is in a good spot. Excellent. No one's unhappy here. That's cool, man. That is actually really cool. And this just beelines across. Heck yeah, dude. Oh, there's a, Sir? Yes, we have train tracks. Aha. So this is going to move to the other side of the train tracks. Got it. And then do we do, like, Japanese style where we have, like, ground level metro? Ooh, what a controversial thought. I don't know, eh? Yeah, that's cool. That's hidden so well in plain sight, too. Yeah, that's really nifty. And so we have a transit hub kind of community center in and around here. I feel like a school along this would... A school. I just... Forget me. I think a metro stop along here would be kind of nifty. Okay, where's all that transit converge? Oh, there it is. Wobbly! What up, dude? Yeah, I use the hierarchical transport, subways as mass movers in downtown, train for long distance, bring people to the suburbs, other villages. Yeah, no, I agree with that logic. Trams and buses for local. I literally agree with that. I'm just kind of like cheating a little bit by making the tram help the metro here, but the two of them should be in air quotes the team. But because the spaces are like further spread out for the stations, it's convenient for you to get to a station, then swap to the tram to get further in. I wouldn't mind making that like a strong just corridor, but I don't disagree with what you're saying. And in my mind, it's like all transit is part of the same team here. Morgan, what up, dude? Hey now, Jedi. Reminds me a little like Seattle. Hell yeah, dude. Seattle's cool. I like Seattle a lot. And what a... Like I was initially opposed because I just don't know any better. But I was initially, my knee-jerk reaction was like, oh, why are they taking out the, like, elevated, you know, highway downtown? What a shame. The traffic's already bad in Seattle. But, like, the waterfront redo, like, I really, really like it. And I love how the train, like, the metro has to sometimes be creative. And it's, like, jumping, you know, at grade. It's going above ground, below ground. And then they have, like, very fun tourist stuff, like the monorail and everything. I think it's so cool. Monorails would be fun to bring back into the city's world. With Cities 2, I think they were like, or Cities 1, it was a bit controversial for some reason, but I would use them between like the airports, like a high-tech campus, and like the downtown maybe. All right, let's do elevated metro along here. And I think this one's going to meet up with the elevated metro corridor that goes to the downtown. But I would like to have a sunken as well. So we're going to have like above ground and sunken. This is going to be such a cool thought. And then same idea, the buses along this route are just going to help strengthen the elevated metro, because the stops for the metro further apart. The buses help kind of like bridge that distance. Usually I pre-plan the train lines at the beginning. I tried to do that, but I got a little bit carried away. So I don't think we're that far in, but I'm starting to like try to sneak this stuff in as like, in air quotes, the afterthought, you know? Which is like a little bit dangerous, but not out of the question though. Oh, I was hoping the song would come on soon. This is my favorite song ever from the city's world. Okay, do you want to play nice and just connect? Yes, you do. Why does that look like it's off-center? I don't know. Oh, goodness, what have you done? I've done nothing. How dare you? Yeah, I wish I could tell the game, don't do that. When it comes to the pillars. That needs to be gently moved over. All these systems, all of this overlap, it's really, really cool. And I really do think the good outweighs the bad. You just got to be a little bit patient sometimes when it comes to this. I feel like this is where the mods kind of shine a bit too, to help with the anarchy and stuff. But you pack your patience, I think you'll get rewarded in this game. And it's fun just experiment, you know? Yeah, Chicago for elevated metro as well. Like that city, I mentioned that a couple times. That's cool. And then, I don't know, maybe for testing, we can do an elevated bus route through part of the downtown or part of the like suburbs. I'm trying to get a little bit creative here, I think, eh? Yeah, it's good distance, I think, eh? All right, take a coffee break here. Everyone drink some water, stay hydrated, think about good stuff. Wobbly, when is your race, eh? Oh, coffee, fantastic. Daily declaration, how insanely good coffee is. What an invention. And holy moly, I don't know about you guys, but my allergies last few days, oh my heaven. Things are absolutely in bloom right now, eh? All right, so let's continue this down. I think our next big stop is going to be the mall. And this might be maybe where the metro terminates for the moment. Or the metro probably would push on to the small town. Let's be real here, eh? Dom, hello? Tornado! Oh my god, don't yell. I'm sorry. But also, like, come on. Really? Another tornado? Ugh, I just suddenly thought of it. Why is this so broken for us, eh? I really hope I can figure this out, because I'm quite confused. Because I'd like to get some more, you know, of these, like, fun pieces. I'm glad we got a lot of it down. So if this ends up being kind of, like, stuck how it is, not the end of the world, but I am just kind of curious as to what actually went wrong here, eh? Tornado, I'm busy. Oh, that's right. You're going to watch it. Wobbly, for some bizarre reason, I thought you were, like, recreating it in one of your racing sim games. I forgot that you're actually going IRL. Switching up to be a water spout. Oh, my God. We had a water spout, like, 2 weeks ago, I think. It was, like, one outside of Seattle. All right, stop getting distracted. This city is beautiful. I love talking about Skylines. No one actually builds, you know, when they, like, play or stream. Like, you just kind of, like, talk about it. I just noticed that, eh? All right, so elevated metro. At the mall. This could be a little bit of a fun challenge as that, like, dips in. And then I think we would have, like, a ground level metro station that would then just kind of terminate at the yard. You'd have, like, one stop maybe here. Sure it's not a Sharknado. Sharknado 2, Electric Boogaloo. Filming starts today. Oh, my heaven. And then I also downloaded a mod that, like, automatically puts into place highway signs. And I don't know. I like it on the surface, but I wish I had a bit more control over it. So in case anyone's like, oh, that's neat. Where are all these, like, signs coming from? And it, like, ties into your, like, game code. So it'll tell you, like, Vermont Street. Such a weird... It's a cinematic masterpiece, a movie. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, dude. Are you actually kidding me? How is this even real right now, eh? Are there two at once right now? Is this like the actual... Oh no, that one left. Thank you. Okay. I believe this is because I was complaining about the game's like, oh, you want something to cry about, huh? Oh yeah, thanks. Oh my God, this is my brand new mall. Oh my heaven. Oh, I'm leaving. It's so loud. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Oh my God. Davis! Davis, hello. Oh my golly. Oh my God. I just like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Oh my God. Oklahoma, baby. Tornado Alley, apparently. All right, well, while that just kind of wears itself out, you know, can't go on forever, let's think about how the metro wants to come in. The path of least resistance would make sense to me. You get so many tornadoes. It's either fire or tornado. I've hurt someone in my last life, and I have to pay for it. Overground subway. Right, yeah, just something like this, you know? Oh my God, I can't hear! I know. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Davis, I'm sorry I missed you then, eh? Build a trailer park somewhere. Oh my heaven. Do you know what's so funny? There are asset packs where you have like another tab. I think that's such a good idea. And I feel like trailer parks get such a bad rap because of, you know, like, what's everyone's favorite Canadian documentary series? East Coast, you know, Trailer Park Boys. Oh my God, right? But no, I mean, it's affordable. A lot of retirees, got some cute communities. Maybe it's your little, like, you know, cottage or something. I would support that. Trailer park home, I would support. Oh God. I need to have a disaster response building, which we could purchase right now, so I can actually rebuild these correctly. So why don't we get the big fire station? Oh, is that one right there? Yes, thank goodness. Okay, so I can buy a helipad. I can get the disaster response unit, which is very good. A training facility. and a garage extension. Let's swing for the fences here. Now, this guy can dispatch crews to go check on these guys, and then we can rebuild them when they're ready. Sell some tornado saddles. Oh, my God. Oh, my... That would be like a VR ride, wouldn't it? Like Journey inside a tornado. Like IMAX, you know? All right, well, back to important stuff here, like getting people to shop at IKEA. So... Yeah, overground... Like, I was thinking on this side of the highway, but then you have to, like, get to this. So it would kind of make sense to be, like, right in here. But then I think we need to build this part of the city up a bit more. Because in air quotes, like, this is city center. And we're, like, you know, down here for transit. I don't think so, right? Yeah. Oh, this could work. This could work. Yep. So let's... I really don't like this farm. I'm going to get rid of it. It is so goof troop on how the buildings all spawned in. And if this is like the imprint size of our city, one little cute metro, I don't think it's terrible, but it's relatively large for what it actually is in the grand scheme. If that makes any sense, my like random statement I just made there. My thought, though, is if we have the yard outside of the small town, why would the small town not be connected? And more often than not, like, we'd be, like, you know, staffing it with employees from the small town. And so why would we not build, like, you know, the extra little bit of infrastructure? We've made it this far, right? Might as well connect them. But, like, in reality, this would be, like, smack dab downtown, right? That might even be the terminus, which is kind of a cool thought, too. That's actually not a terrible... Huh. Huh. Do you have a another option even, eh? Small overground. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Okay. Lavender Street. Adorable. What is that building? A fire station? Yes. Okay, let's move that. And then is there enough room to, like, sneak this up and over? And then we have a Y bend that goes to the yard. I like that. An investment in our city. Well, you just want people to feel connected, man. Like, I would be bummed out if I lived in a small town and the metro had all of this, like, work being done on it, but it didn't actually reach us. I'd be like, oh, lame. I gotta Uber to, like, the next stop or something. Be like, no shot, son. And then can that just, like, come out of nowhere and look convincing? Or should that should be a bridge. Tunnels are expensive in real life. Okay. Yeah, it's doable. Let's raise that just ever so slightly. That's doable, though. And I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like when I'm a little bit unsure, or this is like, ooh, I don't know, you know, like the back and forth trial and error, like, I feel like it's such a pivotal way to play, but there's part of me that just wishes that we could get it right every single try. But that's such an unrealistic way to, like, live your life, you know? Like, pencils have erasers. There is a delete key and a backspace on your keyboard. You know what I mean? No one has a perfect run. I gotta be, like, a little bit more okay with it not being okay. That's kind of my, like, New Year's resolution in July, you know? And I feel like that's got just enough room if we, drop this one slightly. There you go. Jay Dizzle. What up, dude? Welcome in. Hello, hello. Not all pencils have erasers. No one is 100% of the time. No, you are not. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That is okay. Okay, don't make that roundabout. Golly, that's cool, eh? An elevated metro corridor. Out of nowhere. I was not expecting that for today's episode. I was hoping for that for, like, episodes, you know, that we've already done. I just keep thinking, well, at some point we'll have to add it, but here we just went ahead and did it. Now I'm really happy we did. That is such a cool feature. Vanilla feature. Building these pillars and stuff over top. That's so cool. Easier with anarchy and stuff, but... Well, damn, look at that. We have ourselves a little metro. That's so cool. All right. We got to connect to the yard. Yes. So yardage coming up to like a little interchange like here, so we can overtop everyone else. Got it. This is episode 11 of our series, if you can imagine that. Oh, I put this, oh, no. I thought I put that backwards, and that track wasn't... Don't worry about me. I just make these big blanket statements too often these days. Oh, this used to be cornfields. No, it wasn't. Really? Oh, man. I'm thinking of maybe, like, expanding, but I don't think so. I think that's for another line. Like, we're going to have distinctly different lines. And we still want to have some uppies and some downs for the lines. Let's see how this wants to look. I'm going to pause it, because, like, this is, I think, our TSN turning point. If you guys remember, in our last episode, I did say that a continuous flow or some kind of, like, you know, hybrid interchange here to get more directions going is in order. And I don't really want to do it, but I wish it was already done. Therefore, I'm going to commit. I've now erased enough of this while monologuing that I can't turn back. There's no save file here. I'm committed. I don't want to, though. Every once in a while, though, you just got to sometimes make that executive decision for yourself, you know? Will it be super salad? Sir? Super salad. You just yell soup. I don't know. And then we did say a continuous flow interchange would be so cool to build here. But do you have any thoughts what you guys would like to see? Let me get the metro connected. We won't press play yet. But a continuous flow intersection would be insane. We basically make a four-way connection point, but then one of the connection points would go to road instead of going to highway. And then we would turn that into a, like, hybrid of a CFI. And if you have no idea what a CFI is, ooh, even better. They're doable in Vanilla Skylines. Vanilla Skylines 2. Vanilla Skylines 1 probably as well, but they are quite the doozy, and you do need mods to get proper functionality out of them. But yeah, unless I hear otherwise, I'll make one of those, eh? I have to wiggle that highway around the pillar slightly. You know what? Actually, that's not too bad, eh? That's right. In my mind, I always feel like highways are so symmetrical And then if you look on Google Maps, it's like, oh my god, no they are not, eh? Build the CFI. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's give ourselves a real challenge here. We have just enough time to attempt it. And if we got to pull the brakes, we can. But that should give us some good like traffic flow into the harbor and port area. And that'll give us a chance to kind of beef that up a little bit for manufacturing. Yes, please. Thank you. Jay Dizzle, very good reminder. Guys, if you enjoy the stream, any of this is like connecting dots. It is free to subscribe if you're somehow new and not following the channel. And the like button, it helps out. We got to start the petition for YouTube to bring back the dislike button so you can see the ratio, but the more likes we get, the more it kind of builds the algorithm and gets people confidence to come in and be like, well, it's maybe not a total train wreck in here if all these people are enjoying it. A free way to support. No, that's too sketchy, dude. Way too sketchy. Let's redraw this highway segment and we'll do it around the pillars. My other fear is that this on its own might start to feel like it's a little bit too much infrastructure for out in the boonies. But I think this being paired with the CFI, if we can pull that off, that would look cool. And just like all things in Skylines, we need to pack a little bit extra patience. Heck yeah, dude. No reason to press the dislike button unless you really hate it. No, but people do, though. And, like, you know, they think it hurts, but engagement is engagement. It's like, you know, even bad publicity is good publicity. That's how YouTube treats it, right? The algorithm works off engagement, positive or negative. And so if you have a lot of, like, rage bait, clickbait content that people can be, like, very, you know, polarized, oh, yeah, dude. If it's one direction hard, you know, whether people really like it or dislike it, they'll also suggest that. But if the, like, you know, the rage bait stuff makes you leave the platform quickly and that's like that kind of dislike, then that's not what they're going to suggest. YouTube's background goal is just to keep you on the platform, and they reward the creator that brought you there, and you share in some of the revenue if you have a video that, like, you know, is a suggested that kind of keeps you in the ecosystem versus clicking off. YouTube is relatively fair with how they kind of like give that stuff out. They'll reward, you know, the everyday man. Good job, John Smith. You kept Joe Nobody from clicking off. Here's a few extra algorithmic points. Or your video might now show up in a bit more suggested. YouTube's in the business to sell advertisements, right? And if the content you're creating helps do that, they're going to help you because it helps them. And good content should kind of like rise to the top because of the way the algorithm and the, you know, things like the like button and all that stuff, right? And we are just happy for some positive algorithmic reinforcement. You know what I'm saying? All right, almost made it there. Actually, I might be able to redo that pillar set. Oh, we're so close. You know what I mean? We're so close here. Come on. If I turn off the anarchy, what does that do for us? No. Therein lies the issue with the pillars, right? I don't want to jinx it, but we, over the course of this entire series, guess how many dislikes total? This is episode 11. This is 20 some odd hours of content. If you were to take a stab over the... Oh, I needed that one in the middle. Son of a bee sting. Oh, that one in the middle was perfect. Oh, sugars. I might jinx it. Now someone might be like, well, guess what? I'll just press the dislike button. Episode 1 has 2 dislikes, and that's it. I've really jinxed it now, I swear. Someone's like, oh, really? Well, guess what? No, don't do it. Yeah, that one in the middle, that's bangerang. Okay, can that be redone so those pillars are happy? And it's stuff like this. I always feel like this is what really bogs down the game. It's not that this is, like, good or bad. It just kind of is in my mind, but always it feels like it takes 2 or 3 extra steps, you know, for these kind of moments. And why can't I have the pillars go where I want them to? Who knows? Who knows? And whatever happened to that mod where you can toggle on and off the pillars, eh? Yeah, I'm very proud of that like to dislike ratio. Almost feels like we're paying for it. Nah. All right. Imagine splitting the lanes around it. No, no, no. Be interesting to try to get a little gosh, that doesn't quite look right, eh? Sorry for taking so long here, friends. This is the kind of stuff though I feel like if we get it wrong and it's always living in the back of my mind as incorrect, it'll be like you know? And there is something to be said about like the process. It's one thing to show someone like a finished work of art. Not that this is a work of art, but it's just always curious, you know, in my mind, I'm curious to see like, how did you get to there? And so maybe the way we're working through this right now, that's helpful for someone, so. And I feel like the path of least resistance, right? I'm not quite sure why I suddenly dropped height in this, but I seem to have dropped a little bit of height, but that's okay. And then that makes us across the highway. The ad sequence on YouTube, it seems to have gotten rather aggressive. Yes, yes, it is. Like, I, as a creator, am going to be, you know, I'm kind of torn. I don't like sitting through ads. On an individual level, I'm sorry that you have to sit through ads. I'm hopeful that enough people do that it kind of helps, but the amount of ads now compared to like when I last did YouTube is incredible how many more there are now. Like, incredible. So that does help. My CPM is much higher. And then YouTube Premium, it's a real thing, you know. And it wouldn't be so bad if ads weren't all like junk, you know what I mean? I think the ads are a little bit more like variety and not as bad on YouTube compared to say Twitch, but not a great experience. But I really am appreciative of you guys sitting through them. I don't know how the ads work. I don't think they serve ads on the live itself. I think I have to like physically toggle a button to make an ad break. And I think YouTube just does ads better. It doesn't interfere with the live content, you know, or at least if you're like watching the video, it pauses the video. Yeah, it's a little bit of an aggressive curve. I think I liked it when it was both the zigzag. I like how that curved, and I wish that one, like I have curve envy, you know? It's such a weird one, too, because these are the kind of pieces that I'm hoping just kind of, like, disappear into plain sight once I finish them. But if something sticks out, you notice it. And I feel like you notice that less because it's a bit more even. And our real goal was just to kind of get from this side of the highway to that side. And the funny thing is we could change all this, given that we're about to rebuild. Let's do that, you son of a gun. Oh, yeah. Let's build the interchange. Okay. Build the interchange, put the highway in, and then put the metro over top. You got it. You got it. Okay. Run that along there. Okay, at least it's not just me. No, I mean, ads just suck, dude. V-Turn, I'm with you. And it roughly works out to be like you're giving the creator 1 US penny if you sit through the ads. And so on an individual level, I'm very happy for your pennies, but you know what I mean? You have to sit through quadrillions of adverts to make it seem like it's like, oh yeah, I've given Jedi enough to buy a coffee. That's why on an individual level, if you have an ad block or any of that kind of stuff, you do you. You just enjoy the content how you want to. I'm happy you guys are checking it out. If we have enough people checking it out, we can do things like, you know, sponsored content with advertisers, right? All right, how in the heck are you going to build a continuous flow intersection off the top of your head? Genuinely a great question. All right, so I need a slightly bigger road going into our port area. And I like how we have this like cute little office zone that's starting to form. But I'm going to expand this. And then our CFI is going to talk to this road. And this road is going to be a bit more of like a corridor that takes you from the small town into the farming city. Oh, that's cool. It fixed the, got rid of one of the nodes there. Oh, let's see if I can make that better, though. It's still the same. Okay, that's fine. All right, now we've beefed up the small town. A smidgen. And we have one good, strong road now that takes you the whole way. Highway to, yeah, that's good. I almost feel like that needs to be, like, a smidgen. Yeah. Oh, there's room. There's room. There's room. Excellent. The second mall asset you have has not been used yet. No, it hasn't. I don't know where that's going to go, eh? I'm not sure where part of town. I want to make it a distinctly different part than where the big boxes are. It'd be kind of wild if we put it on the island or something like, you know, really tacky. I think downtown maybe, but malls downtown are so expensive. It feels like it maybe wants to fit in this little spot here, eh? Or like near the train station. I like the way we're building this. There's lots of pieces, lots going on. And I'm just, oh man, it's so cool. I'm just so like, not in a rush. I'm just very like excited to get like further into this build. All right, so I think for the highway, let's just kind of make like a simple stack interchange here. And then we'll attach the stacks, and then the fourth way out is going to turn into the CFI. And this is going to be, like, insane, dude. Steven! Hello, welcome in. How is she going? The Poisson Steve, the one and only. Steven, we have Metro. I'm redoing the interchange here. We've added some farms. We've decided that we're going to go a little bit harder on how the small town kind of evolved into the port. We're still broken. This feels like a mod has broken something. I can't put any of this stuff down anymore now. Oh, no way. No way. No way. No way. Este Porque. No way. No way. It was borking incredible. Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. Incredible. 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 Steven, you're a legend. The roundabout was put in place using Anarchy. It was overlapping the keys, which was borking the whole thing. Incredible. Oh, I can't even tell you. I was so worried. I'm so happy. Oh, that's so good. Well, good job. Good job, Steven. But then, yeah, check this out, eh? Elevated metro along King Street. We're trying to get this all connected. This supports the tram. That's disconnected. Oh. Well, imagine that connects to this, because we're not done yet. And then this just rips on down here. And then all of a sudden, you can get to the small town, baby. And we're going to have a nice big revolution over here, too. So we're going to get a smidgen bigger. Yeah, just piecing together some of the bigger stuff here. And it's been a bit challenging, but we're suddenly hitting some strides. And then all of a sudden, that is such good news. The port area being happy. Fantastic. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I tried, like, nothing, and I was already out of ideas, you know? I was going to have to call in the favors, you know? Oh, that needs to be La Bridge. That's a weird one too. Why that doesn't like to reset itself correctly. I'm gonna just go ahead for the straight line here, just so I can get the symmetry correct, and then we'll cut out the middle, and then we're gonna try here. Steven, CFI. Oh, that's so dorky. Oh, I love it. Oh, I loves it. I do. Oh, you are severing the wrong thing. Yes, I am. Excellent. Let's worry about the terraforming after. So I guess just a cloverleaf would make like the most sense through here. Some kind of cloverleaf hybrid even. And then this part that leaves would become CFI. And a continuous flow interchange, it's pretty nifty. I don't know who owns the first one here, but I think it was in Florida. I remember with Fresh Popcorn, who was like a cool OG YouTuber. I remember him and I used to watch the Florida Department of Transportation. We used to watch their YouTube channel for like help with like how to do these kind of things. We'd be like, yo, FDOT just dropped a brand new video. It's a CFI. We'd be like, oh, what the heck's a CFI? We'd like watch it together while eating dinner. That was really a fun time. Like a bunch of the creators, we all just became like dorky friends. You know, just doing this as kind of like, not really competitive with each other, but like fun competition. And all of our content's kind of like supported each other's content too. And so we would just hang out in like Discord calls. And just watch, like, yeah, the dorkiest of YouTube videos. Be like, oh, that's neat. You guys want to try that in a feature series? Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. How would you do that, I wonder? Oh, I don't know. You know, then like, Biffa would jump in. We'd be like, oh, my God. Just, like, losing our mind, you know? But I built one of these successfully in Cities 1, but it needed, like, so many mods just to, like, you know, function. And then we tried one of these in, like, somewhat vanilla CS2. And we could build it, but we couldn't get it to function correctly. And so here we are, attempt number 3. And this will be the one, right? Oh, yeah. It's got to be the one. Okay, so move it mod. We're just going to grab the same height here. Okay. I've seen stack highways or roads before highways, like in Windsor, Montreal. They go under roads and buildings. When infrastructure, oh, dude, Yang, that made me think. So very Tokyo-esque, but for the Vancouver SkyTrain, like our elevated metro, it goes through a building. They like cut part of it out to let the train track go through, and then they built a station. It's like where Science World is. It is so heckin' cool. Yeah, sometimes though, you know, you just got to be creative, and if it fits, it fits. If not, then make it. I like that pillar to stay there, ideally. Yeah, trying to get the points to be at the same segment. That's kind of the mini game here, because then the bridge should look symmetrical. There's got to be someone who knows what I'm talking about. Be like, oh yes, I know that part of the SkyTrain. SkyTrain's nifty too. I-95 goes under a building as it passes across Manhattan. Oh man, Manhattan. Oh man. Morgan, also, thanks for still hanging it out. Dude, I just saw the other day randomly on Reddit, it was pre-skyscraper Manhattan. And that is so cool. Like, you're, like, shook at what you're looking at, you know? Manhattan's an interesting one. Quite the evolution. That looks so much better already compared to what it was before. Oh, my heaven, eh? Okay, so these roads need to chit-chat. Sure, sure, sure. Did you eyeball that correctly? No. That's okay, though. That's okay. Every 40 years, it's a completely different city. Agreed. Like, literally agreed. Yeah, all the pencil skyscrapers. That's such a weird one, eh? And how so many of them are being built incorrectly and are, like, abandoned and, like, shaking. And are, like, you know, the vacancy rate is, like, huh, you know? New York is a very interesting one. But they got that new mayor to shake some stuff up right now, which is cool. A city for the people. Oh, maybe this is a hybrid interchange to get onto... Oh my god, this is going to be insane, dude. The SkyTrain is efficient. It's just starting to run into problems with capacity the further out. And, like, you know, it's about to hit Langley now. And so, like, if you're not, like, you know, the first on the train, you're probably standing the whole time. But it's just better than nothing. And the Fraser Valley needs light rail. It's crazy that it's not just more of it. Oh my... This is going to be insanely cool if I can pull this off. Yeah, that's the big if, eh? All right, let's connect the highways together first. And so I think a... Oh, God, dude. Are we just building a cloverleaf? Yeah, I think we have to. I need some symmetry, though. Oh, my heaven. This is going to be so hard. Everywhere in Canada needs light rail, except maybe Saskatchewan. Oh, don't rule them out. No, I think Alberta, going north and south between Edmonton and Calgary. That actually needs light rail. We're going to do our best for symmetry here, but I'm not going to cry if it's not super symmetrical. Or, like, not cry too much, I should say, because I actually cry a lot. Yeah, that's you cry a lot, Jedi. Yeah, leave me alone. No, I wonder... We made our other interchange super symmetrical, but, like, what was the math behind that? Let me drink some coffee here. 1 second. Ponder this through. Nah, Saskatchewan needs light rail connection for Winnipeg. It does. It literally does. Like, the only option really is to fly in Canada. Driving is so stunningly beautiful, but it is so astronomically time-consuming. Like, we don't live in this world of, like, everyone has 3 weeks vacation, and you spend a week driving there, spend a week driving back. You know what I mean? You just don't do that, right? And then, like, you know... Jet fuel is very expensive right now. It's expensive to travel. Rail is elegant. Rail is about the journey, not the destination. Enjoy the way over, you know? Rail can be electric. That can be extremely affordable and renewable, you know? There's just so many ways to go about this, right? Okay, so I think I need a box around this. We did last time, but... Oh, heaven, eh? Okay, let's go out 80. I'll make this kind of compact if I can. That's going to be 2. Oh, my heaven. I'm going to try to maybe eyeball this. I don't know how we got so lucky. I think we had the zoning squares underneath helping us out, but this is effectively what intimidates me about trying... to build these kind of things, right? It's just the symmetry can't be mirrored efficiently. And so you're eyeballing a lot of stuff and hoping for the best. And for someone like me that wears glasses, it's like, huh, you know? Huh. But then, like, no one's born a natural city planner unless you're CPP. That's, you know. Yeah, I don't know, like a blueprint mode, or there was some way to like draw a grid box around what you're trying to work with. Like, what would be the solution to this? I think a mirror function would absolutely be the solution too, but... Yeah, the right side's tighter than that side, right? She's an interesting game, this Skylines. It really is, isn't it? Yeah, see, that would work given the profile of that tunnel. So if I could shrink this one down, that would look good. I don't know, do you guys have a strategy for when you're doing this on your own? You're like, yeah, pre-made interchanges. Hey, yo. See, that's close enough, but I can tell that this side is like a half unit smaller than that side. But like, you know, she's good enough, I think, for what we're trying to do here. And then Panda requested that I do a little interchange series. So this is like, in air quotes, a little bit of like prep work for that. We had one for CS1 that I like stopped before I even finished it. Just like, shame, you know what I mean? What a shame. I know, I'm so bad. Oh, it's auto-generating the highway names again. Oh, yeah, that's cute. I think City Skylines, to me, is kind of like surfing. You can't control the ocean, but you can choose how you navigate it. Dude, that's so well said. Man, that's such a beautifully simple analogy, eh? I agree. Johnson, is this the no camera stream on YouTube? This is the one. Hello, hello. Is this one of our Twitch friends hiding in plain sight? I shouldn't look into who it might be. Yeah, what's going on? Welcome in. We have about another 20 some odd minutes. I'm hoping for a miracle here. I'm going to try to build a CFI, continuous flow interchange, out of the butt end of this cloverleaf hybrid thing. Time is just never on our side. I don't know how to describe it, but this game, you just never, ever, ever, ever get your fill. Ever. And everything I do just leaves me wanting more, especially like on YouTube lately. Cigar Guy! Yo, what up, dude? No way. Hey, man. Yeah, very different ecosystem over here, eh? Different goals with the content, too, I think. Yeah, Tuesdays and Fridays, you can catch us over here. We're making long-form content live on YouTube. You can come be part of it. You can come shape it. Give me some thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And then at present, I'm just struggling with the symmetry here. And if this is, like, entirely up your alley, there is so much content if you want to get caught up as well. We do 2 hours at a time, twice a week. And I think we're going to be adding another day soon, just to get a bit more variety. So it's not always Skylines, but... And then we'll be live on Twitch a little bit later today. What else would you play? I'm very tempted for Transport Fever before the third one comes out. I think that'd be a really good choice, you know what I mean? Otherwise, we did just get early access. Sorry, not early access. It's actually out. We got a key for it. But the bus sim game, and that's the people that did SnowRunner Saber. They've got a new product. Otherwise, I don't know. You know, I really don't know. There's so many games. There's just got to be something that kind of like makes sense for like what we normally play around here. Oh, that's so close. Jose, what up, dude? Yes, please hit the like button if you guys are enjoying the show. Hit the dislike button if you're unenjoying it, because it still helps me, but... give me a chance to win you over, maybe. I don't know. Jose, welcome in. Hope the day is treating you well. I'm literally too ambitious with this build right now. I love it, but I'm worried we're not going to be able to pull this off, eh? Time not quite on our side here. Just trying to get that little bubble lip thing to figure itself out. There it goes. Oh, outstanding. Okay, much better. It's symmetrical enough. You know, I don't want to be, like, impolite here. I don't think it looks bad or anything, but chasing perfect symmetry is going to make me go crazy. Just give her your best. And then if you need, you know, need to feel better about yourself, look at Google Maps. Everything is so janky. There's people getting paid lots of money, you know what I mean? Yeah. If we don't get the continuous flow interchange perfected or even started, no problem. Worry about that on Friday. Oh, now it's really apparent that that side's a bit bigger, eh? Maybe we can pull that in a bit. Like how that all looks. Just give her. Oh, my heaven. That approach doesn't... It works, but it doesn't. I do sometimes need to just get it in so I can see how to improve it. But I just keep mentioning it, but you just don't want to do something that gives your city the, like, the ick. You know, when you're like, oh... No. You're like, what do you mean no? Nah, shut it down. Like, what do you mean shut it down? Yeah, new city, dude. No, what do you mean new city? We worked on this for months. No, I can't. I'm done. What happened? No. Yeah, never let perfect be the enemy of good. That's something that I need to have that, like, you know. Is it expensive or controversial to have a tattoo on the inside of your eyelid? Could I put that there? Is that, you know? Why do you keep closing your eyes? I'm reading. Huh? Just get it in to see how to improve it. Ayo. Yeah, but you know what I mean, though, right? Oh, heaven. Forget it. Just everyone write your member of Congress, whoever. Dear such and such, I hope the day finds you well. Please, if you could, for the sake of all of us, add this feature to City Skylines. Thanks. Included is a link to everyone's favorite cheery Canadian who plays this game, for reference. Sincerely, all of us. You're like, what on earth, dude? Okay, is that like what? Is this, are you literally okay? I swear to God, are we like playing with trick mirrors or something right now? Oh my God, dude. Now, before everyone's like, user error. Well, obviously, but why isn't this easier? Do you know what I mean? Why is there no protractor? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get what the intended way to play sometimes this game. Like, are we playing to win? Are we playing to vibe? Like, are we... Oh, thank Jesus. Oh my God, first try. Nailed it first try. Let's go. You know what I mean, though? It's like, why... Like, the systems in this game are so good, but none of them feel quite like they're at their, like, final form yet. They feel like they could just use a little bit more something or another. Like, they're 3/4 of the way there. This feels like one of them. Building highway interchanges. Like, what would you do to fix that, though? Maybe make some kind of grid box for, like, temporary helpy lines around it? Congress is well aware. David, can you imagine? Oh, we have a file on him. Oh, Jedi? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I think that's a little bit off symmetry. I'm not going to say it. Oh, right. Yeah, what a weird wake-up call that would be. Oh, you've heard of me. Oh. Hi, yeah, we're going to show you some timestamps from your recent streams. You just go ahead and explain what you meant by that. And I'll be like, oh, God. Oh, boy. Yeah, whatever happened to that, that Imperial Jedi? Oh, We don't talk about Bruno. Oh. Can you still avoid the 2 conflict points for the interchange? When you say that, what do you mean, eh? Have I accidentally created a mess here? This is just a simple cloverleaf. And then on one end of the cloverleaf, we're going to attach to, like, the city. Highway that goes into the city. On the other end, it's going to be a continuous flow interchange. Otherwise, this is just kind of like a very simple, like, this is a pre-made intersection from the workshop. What we're attaching to it's going to be kind of the weird one. But this should just be, like, A-okay in terms of, like, how the connection and everything goes. And we can always add extra slip lanes, but I'm going to confidently put the speed back on, and this should just be, like, A-okay now. And I would make the argument that this looks a lot better than the vanilla, you know, monstrosity we had before. And this was kind of a fun evolution, this whole area, getting a bit more traffic. And then car crashes, whatever. Worry about that after. Hang on here. Steve, we'll see you soon, eh? We had a briefing about you. If you see this streamer out in the wild, do not approach. Definitely hit the like button, but that's it. Yeah, not too shabby though, eh? Not too shabby. Oh, that's an extra node right there. Oh. That better that time? That's better that time around. And then now I was thinking that we maybe have enough room to partial cloverleaf onto this road. And I think we do. I think I'm going to have to save the CFI. Because the CFI, I don't think I can do that in 10 minutes. Did you just make a cloverleaf? Yeah, I made a cloverleaf, but the cloverleaf was just part of the operation. This part of the highway is going to end into the continuous flow interchange. And if we've never seen a continuous flow, just for simplicity, we're going to have a displaced left-hand turn. And this is going to enter into a manufacturing quadrant, so a little bit of industry, a little bit more traffic, so we're going to kind of justify that. And it's the transition out of the small town. And then the way the continuous flow works is we're going to displace our left-hand turn, which is kind of fancy talk for the left-hand turn not existing at that intersection there. So here, you cannot turn left anymore. Oh, I have to change the angle. Or I have to use the lane connectors. So no U-turns, please and thank you. And then no lefty. This can only go to here. And that one is not for that. And that's your turn. And so instead of this being... actually, I'm going to get rid of that extra lane. And that to become... My road is being a little bit finicky. There we go. Oh no, a heli event! Oh my god. Vincent! What up, dude? PTSD. So again, I'm not going to be able to finish this now. We just do not have the time, but we can go over like the thought, and I'm going to try to get the other interchange built. Yes, instead of turning left here, these two lights are going to be on the exact same sequence, and then you make your left-hand turn here. And then you enter this, and then that's when you turn left. It'll be kind of goof troop to look at until it's finished. And that can be asymmetrical for a portion here. And we'll have a high-speed way in here. It's going to be really cool to look at. So I might just work on this. How are we doing for time? Oh my god, we have no time. We never have time to do anything. I don't even know what we do during the streams. Oh my heaven to Betsy. Dom, what on earth am I looking at right there? Is that a zombie? Oh, this is so cool. I wish that angle was a little bit better in there. We build and delete roads. That's all we do here, eh? We're not getting paid to bring any of these back with us, so might as well use them up out in the field. Okay, that's slightly better. Slightly better. And again, don't judge the process. You want to judge the final results. And so imagine this, but just like mirrored and flipped. And so as you're coming off the highway, if you want to turn left at this intersection right here, you're going to hang out at this light sequence. You're going to move into these lanes here. That's your left-hand turn. And then that's going to be mirrored on the other side. And then all lights are on the same sequence. In vanilla, without any mods, you can do it, but you got to spread the intersection out a bit. That is kind of the intended idea here, though, which is crazy to actually see. And so that one needs to be 5. Davis, you're a gem. I hope you know that, eh? And if that one had the median, it would make it easier. Yep. For spacing. So dedicated turning lane. And I need to flip this. We have the input lane. I might actually try for the partial cloverleaf. I think I'm a madman here. I don't think I'm going to finish it, but I'm going to forget otherwise. Okay, and that links up. Yeah. And this could be slightly better. Well, Davis, don't get tired of hearing it then, eh? That's how I used to play SimCity. Built a whole city with mass transit, rail. 0 roads. Man, I remember as a kid, for SimCity 2000 specifically, just trying to like min-max the grid. You have just enough of your industrial to be functional. Maybe like, the bottom, edge of the map or whatever. And then it was the perfect spacing to try to get, like maximum population, maximum arcologies. I think I need that for the schmangle here. Yeah, I don't want to rush. But I do want to try for the CF, or the partial cloverleaf on this side here really quickly. So let's park that like this. This on its own is fine. It doesn't actually have to be any more complicated than that. It can be a really simple CFI, but in a more like industrial, bigger, more traffic scenario, we just have the flip of that on the other side. So you don't turn left here, you displace your left as well. But that's really, like, that's good. This is exactly what I'm going for. That's so random. Thank you for making that so quickly. Improvements will come on it, sure, but for the moment, though, yeah, that's kind of cool, eh? And then this doesn't have to be any more complicated than just a very simple Euro take on a partial cloverleaf. And I think I made a blanket statement the other day that someone corrected me on, where, like, you know, the partial cloverleaf was a Canadian invention. It's not. I learned it's not. It's an American one. But I think the version that I build is the Canadian contribution. So I'm pretty sure I read somewhere once on Wikipedia. Because if we go to our, like, you know, these guys here, right? Can't see it all that well, but that's a partial cloverleaf according to the game. And that's what we're rebuilding, that little picture thing there, right? But then in my mind, partial cloverleafs look like this. Well, without the roundabout. But yeah, this thing though, right? Let's find another one. Partial cloverleafs look like this. At least they do in Canada. And I think this is the Canadian contribution that I'm probably wrong about. But just how, like, the looping arms look. So, like, yeah, different take on it, eh? Oh, man, dude, Cigar Guy. Back in the day when it was console. Yes, dude. And that was back when it was, like, a C for commercial and, you know, like, R for residential. You're just zoning squares, and it wasn't even, like... Not a lot of rhyme or reason, eh? Yeah, I remember that era very well, dude. But yeah, this feels very, like, Deutschland. You know what I mean? The style of, like, exit. That could be a roundabout if we wanted. Why is it that some of the simple things take 10,000 years to do, and this was like, oh yeah, she's done? And now I'm just suddenly realizing we don't quite have enough time to put in our actual metro. We'll need to do more fine-tuning, I think, on Friday for that. I think that one just looks a bit better, more spread out. That's fairly symmetrical for what we're going for here. Longer line to get in, though. Fine by me. Oh, holy heck, look at that. What a difference for the highway. Some goof troop. Who even knows what you ordered right here? But it does look kind of good, doesn't it, eh? And then Metro, I believe, just given what we're looking at here, Metro goes over top. Metro would be, like, newer. Rails would go under because they're older. Maybe, I don't know. That is so heckin' cool. Guys, if you enjoy the stream, hit the like button. If you're somehow new and not following, you can subscribe for free on YouTube and you can tell your friends. One day, we might hit the 100K and get a silver play button. And then you guys can say, you know what? I helped out. I told old grandma about this, you know, old Imperial Jads, you know? Please don't refer to me like that, but... And the very last thing that we're going to add right here. In classic, a tornado. Really? Another tornado? Another tornado. I'd like that to be on that side, if possible. Let me try that one more time here. But we did figure out the auxiliary gate, and that was a huge one for me. Very pleased. So, job well done to everyone. That's the auxiliary entrance. That can also be made to look a lot prettier. But we are, unfortunately, just out of time, my dudes. How does it even happen? Where does the time go? I'm not getting the node I want here. So for that to, like, look cleaner, we're going to have to terraform ahead of time. I'm going to put this down because I'm not going to remember. Or I will, but you know what I mean. What was the deal with the gate? We had one piece of anarchy that was gently overlapping our ship route. And so I can't even fathom how I never clued in on that, but when I zoomed out and saw it as a whole, it was this roundabout that was right there. It was blocking the shipping route. So the pathway like borked out, and then we had one red circle over top of it. And it was kind of like, in air quotes, breaking the gate of the port. We were connected to something other than just the port gate. So very, very simple. This is why Anarchy's not in the base game. That's a tough one to diagnose, right? But we're back, we're working, we're crunching more, which is so cool. So we're halfway through our next unlocks, and then these things now work again, so I can put them anywhere that they'll fit within reason. And that's cool. And these all become functional. This is where goods are stored. Trains come in and out, trucks come in and out. It's such a fun way to play. Man, again, like, I don't know how to describe it. When we start, I always feel like, oh, we're all over the place. You know what I mean? This is such a, like, what are we doing? Oh my God, I want to restart the episode. Oh my God, you know? A little bit of farm stuff, and I was like, ugh. But then we figured it out. We got there. You know, like, we got Metro. It's not connected, really, but it's kind of there, you know? Small town, some more semblance of order. The highways make a little bit more sense. I love that the big box is going to get some action here. Like, elevated metro corridor going almost the whole length of the city. Another tornado. And then, as is tradition, we'll just keep pushing this back for one more episode. One more episode. And this could be tied into crime, which is an interesting thought. So, more to explore, more to do, just not enough time today to do it. So I guess that's it. I was hoping for a bit more downtown and maybe a signature building or two, but that's all she wrote. Drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, tell your friends, and then come back again on Friday. Let me know how she goes. Otherwise, this is Canada, Imperial Jedi checking out. Love, peace, and hair grease, and happy building. We'll see you guys soon. Stay hydrated. I can't even speak. I'm so excited. All right, I literally cannot wait till Friday. This is preposterous, dude. All right, well, you all take care, and we'll see each other soon. Adios now.